Today is July 22nd, 2016, back with the StocksToTrade pre-market watch list update. The trend continues of low float stocks ripping, especially when you look at stocks like KONE yesterday, which is on watch. SPY is just slightly up, but again, the beauty of these stocks is they really don't follow the overall market. So just going to run you through. I am running the low float scan is what I call it. In StocksToTrade, we've got the ability to filter based on volume, price, as well as the size of the float. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is always going to be the trend, but this summer, that has been the trend. The biggest movers, both long and short, have been low float. And I've got a handful of those today, and several of them are pretty interesting. So we're going to start with KONE. This really, was crazy yesterday. Went from 2 to over 10, and then just this morning, pre-market, it's gone from 8 back to the 10s again. Short selling these kind of junky, sketchy stocks is a solid strategy most of the time. You do not want to be on the front side of these. So again, all of these, I mean, if we were talking a few months ago, all of these would be short watches, but they're all potential longs. I mean, you do need to buy them into dips, buy them into washouts, but something like KONE, I mean, the fact is it's gone from 2 to 10 in one day. It's up a couple dollars pre-market. It could go 20, 30, 40. Who knows where it could go? So that's the first one we got on watch. OPTT is kind of, I'm just running through the list. This is kind of a short watch after I said there are none, but they came out with an offering late last night. This thing is up huge over the last week. Very sketchy company. I would look any pops to short on this. SPU is Sky People Fruit Juice. Everybody wants to short this. Everybody wants to make fun of it. Everybody wants to scoff at it. But the simple fact is that anybody that has shorted this in the last week is completely upside down. You can see again pretty much every morning it gaps up and continues to push. I would look at, as long as this can hold those 11 levels, I'd look to get long this. And then the most interesting, and the last one we'll wrap up with, in these pre-market watch lists, we always try and keep it pretty quick, keep it to a handful of stocks. And so we've got 5 or 6 of them today. That's what we're going to focus on. TCCO would be my primary watch. It hasn't moved up until today. I mean, it is up from 3 to almost 5. We alerted this on social media, I think in the high 3s, because of the fact that I saw it on the low float scan. We were getting ready to get set up for the shoot, and it popped up. I saw immediately that it's got a 1.5 million float. It's a previous runner. It has the potential to really rip. You can kind of see we've got a little bit of a base now established in the 4s. It pulled back a little bit. We're going into the open. We're actually open right now, and we can see if this thing can pull to the low to mid 4s, I'd look to buy, but now it's too late. So, that's again, Tops, TOPS did the exact same thing yesterday. Again, completely different market or completely different segments, but you can see the volume come in and it just repeats and repeats. And I mean, look at this thing rip real time. There's no way I can chase this now, but I mean, geez, if it's wild how it just keeps repeating and repeating. This thing is doing the exact same thing as Tops yesterday. And, had you bought in that mid 3s, I think 380s is what we alerted it at. I mean, you're up, what, $2 a share? We're hitting 6. Normally I would kind of wrap these up, but I'd kind of like to just see where and how much this thing can go. I mean, in a 1 minute candle, we went from 450 to 6, and it's holding. I mean, they're pretty wild. I mean, it's pretty cool to actually see this real time. Now, obviously these things aren't going to do this every day, and sooner or later the trend will change. But I hate to say you could just blindly buy them, but if you see a stock up big that's a previous runner and you check the float, it's pretty consistently that you can just buy and ride these. So you know, it's kind of petering out a little bit here. See if it gets another rip. Yeah, I mean, it's holding 6 now. I mean, there's a good chance this goes 7 plus at this point. I mean, and then you see that. I mean, now you're starting to get into what Tim Sykes commonly refers to as like a parabolic, a supernova type move. I mean, you can see that it's skipping, 20, 30 cents, and first might get our first red minute candle or 1 minute red candle, but it's still continuing to hold. So go ahead and wrap it up. I mean, we'll be back next week, and it's pretty cool to see these live. But man, as of end of July 2016, the recipe of low float runners is working. So good luck today, guys, and we'll see you back Monday.